Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's watch party for Starship Troopers. As always, I'm Andrew, and Dom just evaporated for a moment. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. So, everybody, let's do a roll call while we get the film queued up to the right place. So, it turns out this film's got quite a few different versions around the world due to who distributed it, etc. So, the sync point will be where on the black background with the white writing it says TriStar Pictures and Touchstone Pictures present. On my copy, it's about 23 seconds in. So black background, white text saying TriStar Pictures and Touchstone Pictures present. We're just waiting for Dom to magically reappear. But let's do a roll call and then we'll get through everything. I don't know, maybe Dom did get hit by some light bug plasma, but we'll see. So I can see over on YouTube we're joined by Sebastian, Keith Schwinn, Plutonium Shore, Hell If I Know, Immortal Rimus, Jesse Flores, and James Hellier, welcome. And Hell If I Know is there again as well. And over on Discord, let's have a look. Let's see what's going on here. On Discord, we are joined by Sharon, Phonic, Jedi Wizard, Calbot, Lizardman, Plutonium Shore over there again. Eric can't because he's roughing it. He's on a beach in Gran Canaria, drinking cocktails, I'm sure, out of pineapples and coconuts. Mr. Furzel, Brie Roch, 2000. You're just finding it a bit complicated. No worries, my friend. Let me just 2 seconds. Let me just see if we can do this for young Dom. Let me see if that works. Sorry, guys. Okay, and then after Plutonium Shore, Lizard Man, Brainwire, Sharon, Mad Matt, Chaosphere, and let's see if we've got anyone else on here. Fraglord, Alex Peacock, Chaosphere. So we're all good. Dom's just trying to get back into the stream because he's being hit by the gremlins or the bugs today. So everybody, when did you? Oh, and welcome Gary, who lost his heart to a Starship Trooper, and Ben Vine, welcome. So everybody, when did you first see this movie? Oh wow, Fraggle, you got this on Laserdisc? I think I own this on Laserdisc, possibly. I'll have to check my Laserdiscs, but I think I own it as well. So when did everyone first see this film? Okay, let's have a look. I mean, I first saw this. Yeah, exactly, Calvert. I first saw this at the theatre when it first came out. I saw it in 1997 as well. Jedi Wizard, when it first came out with a load of friends. I saw this several times. So, that's pretty good. I really enjoyed watching that. Lizardman saying, saw this first on the Space Channel, Canada's Sci-Fi Channel. Phonic, I believe it's VHS. Oh, don't tell me, Sharon, the YouTube feed is freezing. No, it seems to be okay, Sharon. Just try refreshing if you're having a problem with the stream. James saw this in the cinema in Cambridge while he was at university. Gary saw it in the cinema. Embery, welcome. You saw it in 98 or 99. Plutonium Shore saw it in VHS rental. Jesse Flores thinks they snuck in because you were probably underage when it came out. Okay, everybody. Right, well, let's get into this film. So, on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. There we go. We're hearing that fantastic Basil Poledouris score. And the infamous propaganda of this film that I love. It's delicious. Okay. Are you guys doing your part? It's quite good because we're actually seeing footage from further on in the film now. Oh, here's Dom. Welcome, Dom. Put you back. Let me just fix you because you've appeared on another stream link.
Oh, there we go. Finally got it.
Dom's back. There we go, Dom. We have pressed play. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I did not. Okay, let's...
Okay, we're just coming up to the scene where it's showing the... Oh, on mine, it's about... Try about 1:30 on your copy.
Okay, 1:30.
We're just going to the flashback where it's showing the dropships above Clandathu.
gotcha. Brilliant.
Okay, and everyone's doing their part. Embry says Dom is trying to do his part.
Trying.
Now, this is quite interesting, though. This whole on-the-ground news reporting like this was a very, very big thing in kind of the late 90s when this film came out, with the news reporters really trying to be in the thick of the action.
Mm.
Exactly, Frag. That's brilliant. Love that you all know more menus look like early Blu-ray menus.
They really
So,
do,
Dom,
don't they?
when did you first see this, Dom?
I was way too young when I first saw this. This was the film that really made me like watch it again and again and again with friends. This was the film that made me not be the mom's favorite friend of their kid, because I'd always bring the VHS tape round with me for sleepovers and show everyone.
Oh, it's great.
But I must have been like 5 or 6, because I remember like playing Starship Troopers in the playground with kids.
Well, actually, what's really good is there's a Starship Troopers game that's come out recently. It's supposed to be very, very good on Steam.
Yeah. There was a Starship Troopers game in like the mid to late 2000s, I believe, which was terrible. It was awful. I'm just in the classroom now. Am I?
That's it. That's it. We're seeing Mr. Radchek explaining about why democracy failed. And interesting, we're going to have another person appearing here. There we go. Just find the name and check with him. There we go. And the person who's answering the question now in the jacket about what federal service gives you, that is Brad Kane. He's the singing voice of Aladdin in the Disney universe.
Oh, it is a Disney movie, as you said.
It is. It is a Disney movie. But I love this because Ironside is just awesome in anything.
He is. Beyond awesome.
Oh, wow. That's a really interesting fact from James. In the German version, this lesson is about the bug war rather than the failure of democracy. So the film's obviously been altered for that market. Welcome, Ms. Swift. Yes, nice reference to the Hot Gossip song by Sarah Brightman of I Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper from Gary earlier. We were discussing that on Discord. I think this is the first film as well where we saw just how awesome Neil Patrick Harris truly is.
Yeah. Because he really does shine in this movie. Like he has such a range about him. He's both intimidating and heartwarming and pleasant.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So much more than Doogie Howser.
Oh, don't ever speak ill of Doogie Howser.
I'm not speaking ill. I'm just saying he's more than.
He's more than Doogie.
Of course, when I first watched this as a kid, I did not think it was parodical in any sense. And as an adult, I can't help but see parody in pretty much every scene.
Oh, it is. There's so much parody in it, isn't there? And I love the fact that
comical.
The school scoreboard for grades is just the most deliberately embarrassing thing possible for the kids.
Yeah. I genuinely believe this was going to be what would happen at school when I was a kid. Yeah. That's how young I was when I first saw this movie.
But also, this kind of also fits in quite nicely with what some of the themes we saw in Demolition Man last week, because I like to believe that there is very much a two-tiered society of those who are citizens and those who are not.
Oh, for sure, definitely. I mean, that's why everyone's so hyped to earn their citizenship.
Yeah. Because you get a place in society. You have to earn your place.
Mm-hmm.
It's also I have no problem with most of the kids in this for being sort of graduating high school age, between sort of 17 and 20. I can go with that with most of them. The only one I have the problem with is is when we meet Xander in a few minutes, who is to be a
Oh
45-year-old
yeah,
man.
yeah, very clearly, very evidently.
Yeah. Oh, and who is that actress there? Very famous actress. Playing the teacher.
I am not sure. I swear, like when I know the name, it's gonna like I'm gonna feel
That's right,
stupid. But
Sharon got it. It's Rue McCallaghan, who most famously played the very loose Blanche in The Golden Girls.
of course, it's Blanche.
Was she Blanche? No, I don't think she was Blanche. No, she was Blanche. Thank you, Miss Swift. Yes, she's one of the Golden Girls. Yeah, exactly. More from the mixture of practical and CGI and model work in this is brilliant.
It is phenomenal. I mean, you can tell because this scene is disgusting. I
Oh,
can almost
definitely.
smell it.
Oh yeah. Oh. Ah.
Gotta love on-screen
Vomit.
puking. No,
Yeah.
pleasant for everyone involved.
I like to think that Neil Patrick Harris is actually telepathic. He does have quite a large forehead in this, doesn't he?
He has a 5 head for sure.
Yeah. This is like the scene from Ghostbusters just going, like, it's basically a scene from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, Calbot's got it. Oh, my favorite iteration of Neil Patrick Harris is in the Harold and Kumar movies,
That's
where he
peak
plays
Neil Patrick Harris for you.
he plays a satirized version of himself. Exactly, Gary. One of the Golden Girls was in the Star Wars Christmas special.
Oh
Yeah, 8-Bit
yeah.
Christmas was a bit bland, but it had a nice heart to it, Fraglord, at the end. And here we go.
Ah yes.
We're about to meet Xander for the first time.
The sports ball
Yeah.
scene.
Yep. About to meet Xander for the first time, where it's a 65-year-old man in high school.
I just can't believe how grossly athletic the sports ball players here are.
Yeah. I'm collecting my pension. Want to come with? I'm going to get some Metamucil and some Complan.
I
We're going to have a great time. We can share an early bird special at the Cracker Barrel.
I get a senior's discount.
Yeah. What is this game actually? What's this game? It's supposed to be basically American football.
Yeah, yeah. It's gymnastic American football with less shoulder pads.
Yeah.
I believe Dizzy was actually a male character in the book.
Yeah. That's my
It has been
understanding.
a long time since I've read that book.
Here we go. So some of the ones on that high school team look quite old.
Oh yeah. Well,
Exactly, Plutonium Shore. Tuesday matinee discount at the cinema for seniors. And Mr. Furzel, yeah, Xander's a dick. He is. Ah. Hello, if I will know, wants to know, Dom, do you like watching the NFL? Do you watch any Raiders games?
absolutely not. American football is the one US sport that I have like no care in. I watch the NBA. I watch the NHL. Vegas Knights took the Stanley Cup this year. Super happy.
Oh, wow. I just noticed there's even recruiting propaganda in the gym.
Oh, yeah. I have always been jealous of their house. How nice it is. It's disgusting.
Yeah. The thing is, I get the impression that his parents are citizens due to financial reasons. They haven't done service to earn their citizen. Yes. Yes, just like the First World War. Oh, it's definitely futuristic because they've got weird shaped carafes and glasses.
Yeah, I was about to say they've got peculiar distillery glasses.
I'm not sure. I agree with you, Plutonium. I'm not sure if I'd want to live in Buenos Aires, somewhere that's very hot, and live effectively in a greenhouse.
Yeah, the house is just full of glass.
Yeah. Possibly a more premise. Maybe citizenship can be inherited.
So you can be a nepotism child with citizenship.
Yeah. No, we didn't have proms in the UK when I finished secondary school.
I had two.
Didn't have this kind of stuff. No proms.
My generation was very affected by American civilization, though. So.
Oh no. Yep, music is quite 90s. It's quite cool though.
Oh, I was gonna say this is like very 90210.
Oh,
Like
it is.
this whole scene.
Yeah, James. If it could be inherited, he wouldn't have to join up. But I don't think it's a case of James. I think the thing about Xander is, and the feeling I get from from Johnny, is that even if Johnny could inherit citizenship, he feels like he wants to earn things. I think in a way it's almost like I get the impression he's almost sick of his privileged position. He's like rich boy, wants to... his life is so privileged, the way I see it, his life is privileged enough that he could go through life without having to do anything and have things given to him, but he doesn't feel like he would have earned it. Because that's what Mr. Radchek has taught him, that something given has no value.
Here's where you can elaborate so much on the character of good old Rico, because on one side it's exactly as you said, and that's like a very stereotypical hero's journey. On the other side, he's actually kind of spoon-fed everything in the Marine Corps. Like he's given everything, and it works for him. It succeeds.
Yeah,
everything just happens to work out.
Yeah, even the horrendous things in life work out for him.
Yeah, everything just gravitates towards him.
Yeah,
and arguably that's where the parody also shines on his character, because he doesn't really deserve a lot of what he gets. But in a stereotypical way, he does, because he's the point of view character. He's our protagonist. We have to root for him. We're supposed to. And we do like him. He's a likable guy. He's just so bland.
Yeah, but I think
because
that's
he's a rich white guy.
Yeah, but I think it's a good thing that he's so bland. Hang on. Isn't
He's
it
so
lights
easy
in
to
in your
projectile.
Isn't it lights in your home, Xander?
His hair always bugged me.
There's an orderly. Well, Xander, the orderly's looking for you. He's got to give you a nighttime medicine.
Yeah, your medicine time. Get back to the home.
Yeah, I'm just getting something.
Mr. Furzel, Ratchick he inspires the way you teach.
Yes. Mr. Furzel's actually had one of his arms cut off.
Amputated, yeah. Hopefully, every class you say at least at one point, they sucked his brains out.
That's right.
Only Michael Ironside can make that line sound cool. It's such a goofy line.
Good point. Immortal Rumours, though, saying for all we know, a Rico ancestor might have served to earn that citizen for himself and the family and future descendants. But then, Immortal Rumours, here's the question. Would that ancestor be happy that all the descendants just freely got citizenship? Or if he was one of the founding fathers who's spoken about by Mr. Radchek, would he be happier that Rico was making his own way to earn what he stood for? See, this one's deeper. Oh, they're civilians, are they, Calbot? Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Right. Okay. But they're quite wealthy civilians, aren't they? Well, clearly they're wealthy.
What was that about free will? I didn't quite catch the beginning of that.
Basically joining over my free will.
Yeah. And here's where some of the imagery comes into it. The strong Nazi symbolism.
Here we go. This is what Sharon's saying. Sharon's saying, my guess is if you have money, you can live well as a civilian. Don't forget, in all regimes, if you've got money, you can live well.
Yeah. He's one of my favourite characters. I love this guy. Games and theory just makes it sound so fun, doesn't it? Yay.
On the Starship Troopers website back in the day, they actually had a quiz you had to do, and it worked out which thing you went
where you'd
into.
be put.
Where you'd be put. One of my friends was put in the mobile infantry, and they actually put me down for games and theory. So I don't know. Maybe
that tracks.
Maybe I have got that sinister Gestapo thing about me. I don't know.
That tracks. I mean, let's face it. I'm not going anywhere but the mobile infantry. I'll be the grunt on the field that happens
to be fair,
to
Dom,
survive.
if you make it past day one of basic training, you're doing well.
You'd be the guy asking me to take my helmet off to participate in the games.
Let me see your helmet.
I love the art design in this film. Like all of the locations they film in are just uniquely Verhoeven. I love it.
Oh, it
Because
really
it does have
feels
like a Total
very
Recall Robocopy feel.
Yeah. Gary says, I'm surprised the setting wasn't changed to the US for the movie. Yeah. But then again, I think it might be, I think it's almost though that it's almost like the world is one government in this future.
For sure.
James Hoy says, Trooper Dom, go to Clandathu and make this noble sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my understanding is, Fraglord, there's a lot more mechs and high-tech machinery in the books.
Oh yeah, the books have these great like mech suits that I would have loved to see visualized.
Well, they've got them in the third film.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the third film. I've only seen the second.
Yeah, the third's better than the second. It's not bad, not as good as the first. But it's got Casper Van Dien back in it.
Yeah, that is a tall boy.
It's a very tall boy. The thing about Denise Richards is she always looks like she can smell something bad.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah.
So he's kind of look on her face in these films.
I think it's the sharp upwards turn of her nose.
Yeah. I honestly, not that I know this or not to be a fact, but I honestly feel that her character in Drop Dead Gorgeous is very close to her real personality.
Potentially.
Yeah, I'd agree Plutonium Sure with Fraglord's opinion. The third one's okay. The second one is, yeah.
The TV show I watched as a kid, I remember none of it.
I love this. Who wants to hold the gun?
Yeah.
And then the
They're
kids
all
pick up
fighting over
handfuls of the bullets, like pick and mix.
Would you like to know more? Immediately right after. Captured this morning, tried today, guilty. Next.
Yeah. And they
Execution tonight at 6.
applaud. Yeah. It's the applause of justice as well.
Oh yeah, I just love how quick, swift justice is here. That third eye freaked me out as a kid. I had nightmares of it.
Yeah.
Oh, the cow.
James Hellier enjoys a swift trial.
He was caught this morning, tried today, execution tonight at 11.
I saw Mormon extremists. This film's not I love the practical gore in this film, though.
Oh, yeah. I think people misinterpret Verhoeven as just obsessed with gore, where it's, in every instance, it's satirical gore. It's over the top for the sake of over the top.
And I've got to admit, Clancy Brown now is one of my all-time favourite drill sergeants.
He is, yeah. Drill Sergeant Mr. Crab.
Drill Instructor Zim.
Yes. Oh, the scene where he enacts a swift justice on a dude's wrist.
That's not too dissimilar from a scene in in a Clint Eastwood film called Heartbreak Ridge, where the biggest, toughest guy in the platoon is basically decides to try and pick a fight with the drill instructor, and the drill instructor just puts him down.
It's the wetness on the cloth that just makes it seem so
it's a compound. It's a compound fracture. There's bone poking out there.
The way that it looks, yeah.
What I love about Clancy Brown is he's such a... I don't want to say he's an underrated actor, but he's such a phenomenal actor in so many roles that he doesn't get the praise, the level of praise I feel he should get.
Definitely, I completely agree with you. He is a... Again, it's the wetness. It's the patch of wet. I have such a soft spot for Daisy.
Is Fort Cronkite named for the American journalist Walter
Walter? Maybe.
Miss Swift never noticed the detail about the wet patch on the arm on the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it hurts.
Well, Mottram is saying the role Clancy Brown will surely be remembered for is the Kurgan in Highlander. Yeah, but he was an excellent Lex Luthor in the early DC animated stuff.
True. Is it just me, but I want to taste
Oh,
that pink sludge?
I don't want pink goo. I don't want to.
It's
I don't
like,
want.
what is it? Teletubby Tubby Toast stuff? Like, it's the same gunk.
I don't know what pink goo is. I don't want pink goo.
In the chat, what do you think that pink goo tastes like?
Maybe. Oh yeah, I'm the guard, Alex Peacock in Shawshank.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe it's like Pepto-Bismol paste.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, pink goo. Would you like to know more? Yeah. Ace.
The real main character.
It is quite an ensemble film, and most of the mobile infantry, the characters are pretty well developed. That you like them.
Yeah. Ace is the guy who plays the neon violin.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Sleepy Hollow and the evil sheriff in Pet Cemetery.
Strawberry pudding. There you go. There you go, Phonic. Yeah, exactly. That sounds tasty.
Unconstituted chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
Deconstructed McRib.
I do want to do this like American Gladiator style obstacle course. It looks fun.
Yeah, it probably isn't.
No, it definitely isn't. Like, no one leaves like drill instructions saying that was fun.
No. Again, so many memorable. Every time we come into a scene, I'm going,
yeah,
this scene,
just
brilliant.
Smiling. If Clancy Brown told you to put your hand on the wall, would you do it?
I don't know, because I think Clancy Brown could possibly do this.
I love his logic. It's perfect.
Oh yeah.
He cannot use the button. I just love that line delivery as well. If you disable his hand, it just sounds so.
I'd know when this scene was shot that Paul Verhoeven actually joined them naked.
Yes, he did, because he felt uncomfortable.
That's right.
I would be less comfortable if the director got naked as well. But I do love this scene. It shows you why citizenship is so important to a lot of people.
Like, you can't even have kids if you don't have a license.
Yeah. I want to be a doctor.
Yep.
I want to be in politics. I want to have babies.
Yeah, exactly. But it's quite interesting with this scene that this is also good because this shows the equality between men and women. You're just a trooper. Everything is a mixed. There's no separation in anything in the training.
You are, a trooper.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what your gender is. You are just a trooper.
Even the ribbing that everyone gets, Rico, everyone joins in. Lover boy.
Embry says, I just like the scene because butts.
That's a legit reason to like that scene.
You like the scene for butts. There we go. But I think some of this, in my mind, this is almost like you can imagine a prequel to Aliens.
Yeah, for sure.
If you know, I don't mean as in obviously these are, but this is the kind of thing you imagine that the Colonial Marines during training would be doing and going through. This kind of bonding, where they form their own family.
This is a really good double feature idea, actually. Just watch Aliens after this.
Hell if I know ships at Diz and Rico.
Yeah, me too. Diz deserves better.
Carmen is a terrible person.
She is. She's awful.
Yeah. But I'll say the score to this sequence is really good.
It's whimsical.
It's shot nicely. The flight sequence is good.
Oh, I can't stop smiling at this film. It's just such a
It's
delight.
such a great film.
It really is. These effects are lovely and they hold up so well.
Yeah.
When I first saw this film as well, I thought this was in the Star Trek Voyager universe because the commander looks similar to
Captain
Janeway.
No, do you know who she is?
Just a haircut.
You know who she is? We can actually link this to Spaceballs.
No, we can.
The captain of Carmen's ship is actually the nurse, Gretchen, the nurse, who's going to restore the princess's nose with dark helmet.
Wow. Ah, God, I haven't seen Spaceballs in years either.
So, Immortal Miss, the film could be under the same umbrella as the Alien IP, so it could be the same universe now. Maybe, I don't know, because remember with the book rights and things like that. But you could kind of link it to Aliens. I think I'd be more inclined to link Avatar to Aliens.
Yeah,
as universes.
Far much more. The shared Cameron verse.
And who doesn't want to see
a Terminator fight an alien?
No, who doesn't want to see Xenomorph Navi?
Yeah. The water Navi, the fire Navi, the Xeno Navi.
Exactly.
I hate his smile.
I hate him.
Smug bastard, yeah.
Are we supposed
I hate him and all the pensioners he lives in.
Yeah. Are we supposed to hate Xander, do you think?
Initially, definitely. I think you're supposed to warm to him. I know I do. As the film goes on, I warm to him quite a lot. And I don't think he deserves the fate he gets. I don't think anyone deserves that fate.
No.
Apart from space moments, maybe.
Oh, Mad Matt, that's harsh. Do you want to know some more? He does, Phonic, he does look like Rob Lowe from Wish.com.
Yeah! I have to say, I really love the spaceship designs, the interior as well. I think they're very just nice. The way they
I like
look,
everything. It's kind of practical.
Grey. Yeah. It's like a Cameron.
Yeah, everything seems relatively. It has a purpose. It doesn't have the embellishments of, for example, the Star Trek films.
Yeah, I was about to compare it to Star Trek.
There don't seem to be lots of superfluous switches or flashing light panels and things.
Lizard man, he's got a good brain on his shoulders. He's really going to take him places. Oh, it does.
Mr. Fursell hates Xander.
Yep. He's easy to hate. But that makes a good character. Oh. That was close. My Mac almost went into sleep mode.
Oh no. Don't lose you again, Dom. I just like the fact everything looks very functional and military.
Yeah. Again, similar to Cameron, everything has a obvious function to it. And like you said, nothing is lost in sci-fi embellishment.
No.
But the book is the same way. Like the mobile infantry get these little mech suits that they're like power lifters, essentially.
Yeah.
Which honestly may have inspired Cameron a bit, because
quite possibly.
The front cover of the book looks very much like Aliens. It's got Rico in a mech suit. It's fun.
Here we go. And the only time we see lasers is basically in a training exercise.
In laser tag,
nice.
I did play laser tag a bunch as a kid, and I did, in my brain, in my head canon, have it as this. I tried to flip once, and I ended up breaking one of the chest pieces in my local
don't break equipment.
laser tag. I didn't mean to. I thought I could do a flip at the age of 10. Who knew I couldn't? Movies lied to me. This is how I
They
found
probably
out.
did. I think they did. Again, this film is just fun.
Yeah, until it's not.
Until it gets serious.
But see what I mean about him just getting handed things? Or the lighting's
Oh,
making it look
yeah,
very
definitely.
ominous. Dizzy handed the win to him, and he
Yeah.
gets the score. Give him a squad, see what he can do.
Yep. Well, hopefully he won't get one of his fellow recruits killed. That'd be terrible.
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be really horrible.
I'm not sure if I know if her screen had Voyager disk info at some point.
He's so damned handsome, I hate it.
He is. I want to stroke his cheek.
I want to stroke his hair, it looks so
Yeah.
well
Run your fingers
coiffed.
through it.
Yeah, just...
Maybe one day we'll see if we could get Casper Van Dien to join us for a watch party. Maybe see if he'll go to Vegas, Dom, and you can spend the whole
Stroke his
watch
hair,
party,
yeah.
watch party just stroking his hair.
I'm sure he'll join me if that's how we advertise it to him.
We'll advertise it to him like that. One of our team would like to stroke your hair.
You want to join? I can't believe she has edits in her
in her
message.
mail, in her video mail. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't believe it starts off so nice and then ends the complete opposite way in such a public manner.
Oh, definitely. Carmen is
rude,
a terrible person.
Yeah, she is. Breaks up via mail.
No, I don't want Patrick Muldoon coming into my house, James. I've got stairs. I haven't got insurance for that. In case he breaks his hip or something. I haven't got a stair lift.
The convention of love triangle. B.
Right, okay.
Who is into person A.
Oh, recently blipping again. So we're going to have... and hopefully everyone will catch up. There we go. Hopefully this will resolve with the stream. Settle itself down. Stream there.
Administrative punishment.
Okay. Hopefully.
It kind of makes my teeth itch when Zim gives him the cork to bite down on.
Oh, definitely. Oh, I hate that. The feeling of wood in my mouth is just awful. I hate it.
I don't mind the feeling of wood, but cork? Because it seems cork-ish. Nah. No.
No.
Masters of the Universe had better whips?
Well, it maybe did.
Ranking whips now?
It maybe did. Hopefully, guys, the stream
is less...
It's really sorting itself out now.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like the stream's sorting itself out now. So, they are very... The only thing is they're very CGI whip marks.
Oh, yeah. It's got like...
Thank you, Mr. Furzel.
Late 90s CG blood streaks.
It is a bit. This is maybe my Casper Van Dien dream of him being whipped as I fall asleep to space. to dream of a spaceship.
I didn't realise this stream would just turn into a simp fest for Casper Van Dien.
It does.
I was literally about to say, wow, he's got a great body. The tries and buys on that guy.
Wow.
Oh, laser whip. That's what you...
Chaosphere, the last temptation of Rico. Oh, welcome, Brian McMahon.
Admittedly, I do want see-through... I know there are glass see-through coffee mugs, but I want every coffee mug to be glass and see-through.
I don't know. I think it wouldn't insulate the heat very well.
Space glass would.
Oh, space glass, yes, of course. That goes without saying.
It's a family stream.
A family stream. Well, Brian McMahon wants to discuss Dina Meyer in the Johnny Mnemonic film. I'll confess, I've never seen Johnny Mnemonic yet.
Have you not?
No, but it tends to fall in that thing of computer-related movies. Quite often I will not watch a computer-related movie.
You're not missing out on much. I personally dislike it because I really like Neuromancer, and I think the character of Johnny Mnemonic is in a William Gibson book as well.
Well, someone's going to say, who's going to tell Mrs. Andrew that he only has eyes for Casper Van Dien now? I'm only human, James. I'm only human.
Say the line, love. Say the line. Rico's Roughnecks. What's the matter, you maggot? Do you want to live forever?
Oh, okay. I love that kind of 90s video camera call-in rooms thing that they do. It does have a very similar aesthetic, though, to Total Recall and RoboCop, but of course it would. I mean, it's, you know.
Well, that's an interesting thing to bring up, because a lot of directors don't have a visual style that much. Because they, studios bring in their own set designers and stuff like that. But Verhoeven does, in the same way, you can argue that Wes Anderson does. Like he makes all his films look like a Wes Anderson film, and I would put Verhoeven in the same category in that aspect. Yeah. Visually, you can tell a Verhoeven film.
But equally, all his classic films use the same cinematographer.
Exactly, yeah, so they've got the same look.
Yeah. He uses a lot of his same kind of team. But bear in mind, it's the same cinematographer, a guy called Jost Vachano from Germany, who's retired now. But he was also the cinematographer on Das Boot, The Never-Ending Story, RoboCop, Total Recall, Untamed Heart, Showgirls, Starship Troopers, Hollow Man. So, I mean, he's done some good stuff.
Yeah.
What about the poor guys in the bit of the ship that got knocked off?
They're fine.
Oh, they gave their life to the Federation, didn't they?
Exactly, yeah. Their widows can be citizens now. Wait, is that how it works? Is it transfer?
I think so.
Bones just popped in to see me.
Yeah, exactly. Chaosphere, they died as citizens.
Yep. And this is where the film gets really dark.
Oh, definitely.
This feels very RoboCop to me. Like when RoboCop is looking at like memories of his family. I don't know why the video camera, like the Skype call with his parents, feels very RoboCop.
It does a bit. At least you can see his parents really This is kind of there's a nice thing here, though. He had a fractured relationship with his father when he left, and his father's last words to him are, "We love you, son."
Yeah. That would concern me.
I don't know. To be fair, it could be maybe the atmospherics that was affecting our stream.
That's a good point. Atmospheric pressure is not screwing
Yeah.
our stream up. If that's what Ethan come back to, it's saying.
Yeah.
You see, we had to do a ghost exorcism a couple of weeks back, and now it's atmospheric pressures. There once was a time when I could quote so much from this movie. War! We're going to war!
I like the fact as well, it's got enough of the current kind of marine military type training stuff within it that it doesn't look. There's enough of it grounded that it doesn't look as preposterous as it might.
Yeah, it looks like it could be a training ground.
Yeah.
Also a level in Doom. Which brings up the question, how has there not been more first-person shooter games based on this IP?
Well, like I say,
there
is a new one on Steam for this game, for Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
It's, like the film, it's supposed to be very good. I just haven't got a chance to checking it out yet.
It's in early access at the moment.
Oh, I might have to get it though.
Yeah, definitely, because it looks fun. Looks like a lot of fun.
Clandathu. Again, that's one of my favourite things in, I think, the first Harold and Kumar, where he meets the psychotic FBI agent. Neil Patrick Harris does, who thanks him for fighting the bugs on Clandathu.
Oh, the score for this film.
Oh, it's Harold Neumeyer as well, isn't it? It's some more Verhoeven gold. Oh, sorry, not Neumeyer. It's Basil Podoros. Sorry, Neumeyer isn't he? It's Basil Podoros. Neumeyer was an author. But Basil Podoros scores some of my favourite films. Okay, Lizard Man, I'm going to say it. Buenos Aires was an inside job. I'm seeing how awesome Zim is here.
So cool.
Yeah, I was thinking of Harold Faltermeyer, Alex. I got mixed up.
I do like how the footage of destroyed Buenos Aires is just in the background.
Yep. But it's the propaganda way they're using this, isn't it? As a way of
pulling out the...
Yeah. Oh, the dog.
He's my favourite homeless person ever, though.
Is he?
The only good bug's a dead bug. Oh yeah, doesn't he resign in like 10 minutes?
Yeah.
No. And war.
Then Sky Marshal Tahat Maru takes over.
Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Exactly, Lizard Man. The dog and the man was so clearly staged by the Federation.
Mm-hmm. Military scientist.
Hell if I know, says dead dog, sign me up. So, if you look at it from the main characters of the film, our main heroes we meet, that Neil Patrick Harris is the first one to actually shoot an arachnid on screen.
True. The music,
I love the mums laughing here.
Music.
The maniacal laughing. Yeah.
Oh, this space station looks so cool. I just love how boisterous and big-headed they
Oh, of
all
course
are.
they are. But they've been told they're the mobile infantry. They're going to kick ass.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon saying, that's me, the mom cheering it on, damn bugs. Sharon, you're not going to enjoy the first watch party after the summer of popcorn, my friend. Brian, Johnny Mnemonic watch party for Christmas? Maybe not for Christmas, but maybe early next year. We've already got the rest of the year mapped out, my friend. But certainly it can go on the list of films we can be looking at.
Hey. This film made me not want to get a tattoo for the longest time. Like I've got one now, but I thought tattoos would be so much more painful than it was.
Yeah, but they are pouring like whiskey onto them while they're being done.
True.
I've got no tattoos at all, anywhere.
No, I like how that's your proof.
That's my proof. None on my arms. See, there you go. I just haven't got any. No, not that I have a problem with them. They're just not my thing. Oh, welcome. Robin has joined us. I know this is one of his all-time favourite films. Alex Peacock says, bring on arachnophobia in autumn. You'll be very happy, my friend.
Yeah, my tattoo isn't quite that inspired by regimes in the 40s.
Robin says we had someone get a tattoo of In Search of Darkness.
We did.
We have.
You've got a huge just picture of Casper Van Dien on your back.
I have.
Yes, Lizard Man, Roughnecks. I remember it-ish. I remember it existing, and I think it was a fever dream. Well, I believed it was a fever dream for the longest time, because I couldn't comprehend why they would turn this IP into a cartoon for kids.
It's interesting, but then they've turned a lot of things into cartoons for kids.
Predator, Terminator, RoboCop, Aliens.
Yeah, the Aliens one was very weird. Thank God that never came out.
I know.
I love the fact that effectively the troop carrier ship has a tattoo parlor on. No, is this a station they're on? They're on the station, aren't they? Yeah, Rambo was also a cartoon, Miss Swift.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Rambo was a cartoon.
Yeah, RoboCop. But this is what's great about it. They are quoting the nonsense propaganda from the government because it's been drummed into them. You're going to fight and you're going to win. The problem is this is arrogance on the part of the Federation because they totally underestimate their opponents and just believe they're just insects.
Yep. Little cockroaches that you can stamp out. If the science knows, shoot
James, I don't want a tattoo of Patrick Muldoon on my back. This has to be inspired by some of the dropship bits from Aliens.
Oh, yeah. We got you, sir.
Yeah.
The only good bug's a dead bug.
Even the banging the head on the on the restraints.
Yeah, Plutonium Shore. That's one hell of a tattoo. My teeny tiny 5 scratches on my arm is definitely better, of course, than your enormous 60-hour masterpiece.
Oh, wow.
Mine took 5 minutes. I do love that Starship. It's
I,
so
I
clean.
I like the ships and everything in this. I like the design of everything because it's very functional.
Yeah. That's an interesting sound that I just heard.
And this is where we're seeing as well that the troops aren't all
Battle hardened,
and no. I
unthinking,
mean,
unfeeling.
effectively, most of them have only just about finished basic training. They haven't done like they normally do
Yeah.
in the military, where they build up to what they're doing. They are, going to war first mission.
Fresh out of, yeah.
Yeah. Now we're seeing the bug batteries, the damage the bugs can actually do even to the ships.
Should really be the first sign that something's wrong when
Yeah.
the Space Air Force are the ones to get wiped out first. Yes, Fraglord, the VFX are amazing. It's just so pleasant to see. Like
They
real
are even.
explosions and fireballs just in the air.
Well, I don't think I want to correct you a little bit there, Dom. I don't think they were really blowing ships up in space making this, Dom.
What?
I
This
know,
is unfortunate.
but the VFX are really good. They're not. It's not over the top, and it's just done really, really well.
Yeah. You also don't
I
really
even like.
hear that much, which is like accurate for space. You wouldn't hear like a
Yeah,
big blast.
I love the fact that the number of extras and everything they must have had for this film.
Yes. To make an army feel like an army.
I mean, this is still one of the best war scenes in a film.
Yeah.
And it actually looks like it was actually shot in the dark at night.
Oh yeah, it looks like it.
It looks like it doesn't look like they put a nighttime filter on when they
Day for
shot
night,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, visually also, it's very, very clever. And I'm going to lose my temper with our provider in a minute because it's buffering again.
Oh
Hopefully it'll carry
no.
on. This is terrible at the moment. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll be all right. There we go. Now.
I do like the little mushroom clouds that happen when they nuke
Yeah.
them.
But I also like to think that quite possibly that the troopers are being irradiated, but they're just not being told
Oh
to
yeah.
worry about it. In fact, they got the tactical nukes as Lizman
Yeah,
said,
little
tactical nuke
RPGs.
grenade. Yeah, little rocket propelled nukes. Ms. Swift is saying no plan survives contact with the enemy. I also love the mixture of kind of the practical and CGI effects here of the attack from the arachnids.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Immortalness. Paul Verhoeven grew up in Nazi-occupied Netherlands and witnessed violence on almost daily basis, which inspired the ultra-violence in his films, including this one. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Calvert's
Okay,
asking
hopefully
for
the
a
stream should have
timestamp.
stabilized again, guys. Kill them all! Kill them all!
My timestamp, Calbot, is an hour, 3 minutes, and 55 seconds.
Cool. You want some? Here's some. Yeah. And he's just thinking he's got Rambo thinking he's immortal.
Yeah, Rambo syndrome.
Yeah.
Loses a leg and gets dragged off to feed the missus.
It's the way that they get thrown up in the air and then caught and then bit in half.
Yeah.
And then they all just tear him apart. But this is what I like. The mixture of, like I say, practical and CGI in this is just wonderfully done.
Yeah. Just showing how overwhelmed they are.
Oh, totally out their depth.
Completely.
But this is also the fault of the leadership, with arrogance on the part of the leadership.
Yeah.
The problem is how much nonsense can you be fed by the by the leadership until you believe it.
I think that's kind of I think that's the message of the film, and I
Yeah.
think the book goes in the opposite
Yeah.
direction. I think is it in future films or is it in the book where it's implied that Earth is the aggressor rather than the
Well,
arachnids?
I think it is here as well, to be honest. Because they say that the arachnids, basically, we started inhabiting their planets and they are intelligent. Hannibal Grimm, welcome, my
Yeah.
friend. We are at 1 minute and, 1 hour and 5 and about 45 seconds.
Run away!
We see Rico's taking a little bit of his leadership here. And now we're at the start of the film.
Yeah, we've cycled right back. We are no
very
longer
beginning.
in media res.
But I've got to be honest, Verhoeven's doing a magnificent job directing this many people at once for the sequence.
And it's also impressive that this ensemble, we're able to identify these people somehow, even in this mixture of night, gunfire everywhere. We still can feel the personalities of these people, even though they're in a uniform which completely dehumanizes them as well.
Okay,
That
no
is
problem,
one of
Hannibal.
them.
The time code is 1 minute and 6 and 40 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, in the book, apparently the aliens are more intelligent, or rather outwardly intelligent, and they use weapons, I believe. I like the fact as well his gun's got a shotgun built in it.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I always wanted to, like in FPS games, I want to see that weapon more often.
Yeah.
100,000 dead in an hour. Lizard Man, yes, Verhoeven should have directed live-action Transformers movies. That'd have been great.
That would be
I would
fantastic.
have loved
I'd
that.
love that.
If it was XCOM Lizard Man, it would have had like a 99% chance to hit and missed.
I love this guy. We now see how badly damaged the fleet is. They've taken a pounding.
Oh, they are limping home, yeah.
Oh, they absolutely are. It's the fact some of them have actually crashed on the surface of the space station.
Mm-hmm. The malaise of bravery, like fake bravado, completely wiped out of them now.
This is proper tail between your legs stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Spags Getty says, has Dom been locked in the broom cupboard this week? No, he's on location. He's
I'm on
Clandathu. Yeah.
In the field.
Yeah.
Yes. Send help.
Oh, welcome, Keith Schwerin. I don't know if I said that to you earlier. Nice to see you there. Welcome, my friend. Oh, this is so kind of accurate to kind of First and Second World and Vietnam War kind of emergency medical stations.
I also really appreciate that they do just assume some people are KIA.
Yeah.
Because realistically, wait, what was this? That'll explain the giant bug crawling in the wall behind you, Dom. Ah, yes. It's a shame I'm not afraid of bugs. Although I have seen some large beetles over here.
Yeah. And Xander, you're a scumbag.
Yeah, he is.
He's trying to milk Rico's death as a way to get it on with her.
Oh, that gaping wound. Ouch.
Ow. It's cool, kind of knitting the wound together, though.
Uh-huh.
Have you noticed how numb they are to all their friends being dead?
Yes. I guess you have to take all the victories you can.
That you did survive?
Yeah.
But in their little group, they lost at least... In the tighter group, they lost 2 of the friends.
Every one of them. Well, yeah, 2 of the people who had the tattoos on them, right?
Yeah, 2 of the friends who had the tattoos with them.
Gone.
And then... it's kind of like a 3D printed healing the leg. It's basically knitting the muscle fibers together.
Mm-hmm.
Embry, how do you poo in there? I don't want to know.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Just kind of like a fish tank, I guess.
Yeah.
In the diaper.
Yeah. Here we go. They're a more established unit now, aren't they? Because effectively their whole unit was destroyed, and they're 3 left having to be put somewhere else that needs a refill.
Mm-hmm.
Halifino wants to know whose dog is that. Is that Bones being noisy in the background?
I believe it's our friend's dog who's being noisy. Bones is a good boy. He is noisy, but he has a howlish bark.
I don't know, Immortal Runners. I'll have to look that up. Saying, talking of a mixture of practical and CGI, did they use model miniatures for the ships when in slow motion? I'm not sure.
I believe the ships were miniature models, yeah.
To be honest, if I was joining the mobile infantry unit, I'd feel pretty good if Michael Ironside was my commanding officer and he had a robotic hand.
Oh, yeah.
Sharon would love a bionic hand. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Everybody fights, nobody quits.
That's right. Now, this is a bit better a plan, to be honest.
Yeah. Nuking from orbit, essentially.
Yeah, but this was one of the real kind of war plans. Effectively, napalm the area,
Mm-hmm.
then go in to mop up what's left.
I do love the visual, though, of the squad just emerging from the smoke.
Oh, definitely. That's what looks cool, where they're just kind of like they're on a nice walk.
Mm.
I also quite like the fact that their equipment is getting suitably worn as they go along. The equipment they had at training was all brand new and shiny, and now you can see their helmets and things are starting to get scratches and marks, and everything's getting a bit kind of rougher.
Used.
Looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even their necks look rougher.
Oh, Dom.
This is why I'm in the timeout box.
Yes.
My puns. I do want to know why he has a giant lamp flashlight on his rifle in broad daylight.
Well,
and no one else does.
It's so he can go in tunnels, isn't it?
No one else has one.
Yeah, exactly. See? He's got the important job of having the torch.
Oh, I love those bullet holes. They just.
Ugh. And the goo is very excessive.
Oh yes.
But
Oh yes.
one of the things that's quite good about this is obviously they've done it so because if they'd left everything be blood rather than alien goo for all these scenes, then this film might not have got released.
X rating.
Yeah.
No, come Rico. It does speak a lot for the similarities to aliens that I assume that blood should be burning his flesh.
Yeah. Well, Ms. Swift would like to see a film with just saying with Michael Ironside could have played a commanding officer in an Alien and Predator film. Michael Ironside can play anything. He's awesome.
Sam Fisher in
Yeah.
Splinter Cell. God, it took me ages. I was going to say Siphon Filter.
He's a great actor, great character actor.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. And you genuinely would be a bit afraid of him.
Oh yeah, even now.
But you do realise this film has both bad guys from the first Highlander and the second Highlander film.
Yeah. As good guy. Well.
As good guys in it. In this.
Mm. Oh, there's the VHS box art.
That's
Just a
right.
screenshot.
That's true, James. There's only one Highlander film.
True, yes, there can be only one.
That's right. Now,
Oof.
I don't know if anyone who isn't British will get this, but in a minute, when Rico starts shooting the tanker bug and everyone gets covered in the blood from the tanker bug, Heinz cream of tomato soup.
Yes, definitely.
It looks just like it.
It's the plunging gloop sound that the grenade makes that I just love.
It is. It's Heinz. It looks just like Heinz cream of tomato soup. Possibly Lizard Man. That might be it.
It's such a satisfying splash sound.
It is.
Oh god, my back felt that.
Yeah. Embry says it reminds us of chicken tikka masala, very similar as well.
Oh, you got me hungry for curry now.
Yes.
Come here, Bones. Come here. Say hi to the stream. I love how everyone... Bones is running away from me. I love how everyone calls for medic, just casually. Medic! Yeah. Someone's lost an arm! I do like that line. How does Ironside have such badass lines and everything he's in?
Oh, yeah. Actually...
You're it till you die, I'll find
Actually, Fraglord says scanners in space. Imagine this. What if he was still had his scanner powers in this film and he was looking
at the brain bug?
Yeah, and it was just poof, exploding.
Oh, that would be so gooey. It's like popping a giant zit.
Yeah. Mad Matt says, there's soup in my fly.
I love the supply packs here.
Lizard Man as well. Sorry, my friend. You've also reminded me. We've also got... They also play two of the best villains in the DC animated universe. Because he was the voice of Darkseid in the DC animated films, much as Clancy Brown was the voice of Lex Luthor.
I wonder if that was... because these two actors tend to play heavies. And here they're hero characters. I wonder if that was an intentional casting choice.
Oh, and here we go. We got Rico in a second now doing that newly promoted dick move thing.
Oh yeah.
Don't make me pull rank.
Mm.
Don't be a dick, Rico. You've been slightly senior to Diz for all of 5 minutes.
A second, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like how the neon violin has an electric sound to it as well.
Yeah, that's great.
You deserve better, Diz.
But you got to
better.
admit, Rico's sort of increasing in rank from private to corporal to lieutenant is like 2 days.
Yeah. And it's just handed to him because he's in the right place at the right time.
Yep. Oh, it's nepotism as well, which we'll see in a minute.
I do like Ace just doing this.
I don't think Michael Ironside's ever been in Star Trek, actually, Immortal Rimus. That would be a great IP for him to feature.
Yeah.
True, James earlier. Maybe Chris Pine's James Kirk got promoted even faster.
These tents are pretty cool as well. These
They are.
little mini apartment tents.
Yeah.
One of my favorite aspects of sci-fi is when we see completely like everyday items sci-fi-ified, like a tent. Like, how would the future improve tents?
Well, to be honest, it still looks fairly practical. It's to be thermally insulated.
Exactly. It's just awesome. Those pillows look either super comfy or horrifically uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'd say uncomfortable.
But it's space age technology. It has to be cozy.
It reminds me of carpet underlay.
Reminds me of like egg carton things.
Yeah, possibly. There we go, and we are coming up to 3/4 of the way through the film. It doesn't slow down, this film, does it? It just goes.
It has very clear like parts. Like you can point to it and say, "Oh yes, this happens definitely in this section of the film, like the school section and the Roughnecks section. Like they're all segregated, but it flows so well together."
But Immortal Rumor says even though they changed Dizzy's character's gender for this film, Dina looks like she could legit kick ass. Yeah.
Yeah. 20 minutes, plenty of time. That's 18 more than I need.
Also, I don't know if this is a real location, or I'm assuming it's a real location they found. It looks fantastic.
It does. It looks so desolate.
Yeah.
Must be like Arizona.
See Dom's house next to this. Oh wow. The thing is, it's every scene we go to, I know I've seen this before, but I know what scene's coming up next, and I'm just like, yes! There's always something great coming up next.
I know, yeah. It's always, and this scene. And this scene.
Yeah. This film is very much just memorable scenes without too much stuff in connecting it together a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And also, Radchek is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Look at her. Straight through the heart.
I expect every one of you to do the same for me.
But equally, we can see there's some intelligence on the part of the bug there. It wasn't trying to eat him, because as soon as he was dead, it left.
Yep. But also, screw those flying bugs. They're the ones that I would be actually yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't
Hell
want
no.
to. I'd basically have a crane with a giant blue zapper thing going around with me.
Sharon said that this is actually the Badlands area in South Dakota, and Calbot confirmed that South Dakota is the location. Fair enough.
Pretty awesome.
I ain't going to South Dakota then. Look at those things.
Do you know what? I really like the base as well, because it looks so modular, like it's something was just put together. It reminds me of a base you would build in a game.
Like Doom.
Yeah, like you'd build you'd have a building section where you'd modular craft and build the various parts of the base.
Need more pylons.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
This feeds directly into the sequel, doesn't it? I think this is the only scene where...
I think so. It's been a long time since I saw the sequel.
Yeah, the second film is all about... It's like a zombie movie, essentially.
Chaos Fear, they're not Jehovah's Witnesses, they're Mormons. But it wasn't these ones, no. But I think it's the same set they used. And a flashback to the bug from school.
They sucked his brains out.
Oh. That's it, James said. Mormon extremists. Yeah, Mr. Swift, better come and take a look at this cliche. Oh, I love the fact as well they make the goo a bit kind of stringy.
Oh, yeah. It's so visceral.
Brains out. Yeah.
Pick up the general.
Yeah.
He isn't wrong. Like, the guy did have to avoid capture, because if they got his brains, they have a lot of information.
Yeah. Isn't he also the actor who plays Quato? Or the human part of Quato in Total Recall?
I think so, yeah, because I'm like scratching my brain thinking, where do I recognize you from? I've been killing you.
He was. Thank you. So he was. So look at this. Quato had the ability to read people's minds, and he's trying to flee a being that can read people's minds. Total Recall connections.
There we go. It's all one shared universe.
It is. This is such a great scene. This is what I'd call the Zulu scene of the film, and this is
for sure.
This is why I feel the sentry gun scene in Aliens is so important, because it shows that no matter how well armed these guys are, they're screwed.
You can thin out some numbers, but it's still an onslaught that you can't overwhelm.
Yeah. Gary wants to see Verhoeven doing showgirls versus arachnids, or do you want erotic dancing arachnids on stripper poles?
There is definitely an audience for that somewhere.
Yeah.
The cold, dark recesses of the internet. But yeah, it's like trying to plug up the ocean
Yeah.
with a bucket. You can do so much, but it's just delaying the inevitable.
Hell if I know, saying not many people may have seen Zulu. Yeah, so it's based on a true thing whereby the British Army had to defend an outpost much like this against many, many Zulu warriors. And they were massively outnumbered, even though the British Army had superior
Firearms
weaponry.
and such.
But they did actually manage to hold them back, or rather, they won the Zulus' respect. But the idea being that no matter how great your weapons are, you've only got a limited. You have to have more bullets than you've got enemies to kill.
Yeah. These razor-winged bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Is it ironic that a bug literally swats the general away
Yeah.
and he's now a stain on the floor?
Milton is saying, imagine an Alien sequel like this: army of colonial marines versus an army of xenomorphs in a Zulu-style situation. Well, that's kind of what's hinted at in Aliens.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, the colonial marines in Aliens say, is this another bug hunt, sir, or is it going to be something else? Maybe they did go to Clandathu and fight to these buggers.
Oh, that's great, Immortal. Zulu was my dad's favourite film. We watched it all together, all the time together before he passed. That's nice. Oh, look at this though. They're literally deep in the arachnids, aren't they? No matter how many bullets they're firing.
There's always another bug.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, look now, even more. But the CGI worked so well in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, when this film came out, it got quite poor reviews from a lot of people. But again, I think it's because it came out at the wrong time. I think one of the problems with it was it came out at a time when the world was relatively positive in 1997. Yeah. Before basically 2001, where the world started to become a lot more cynical.
Yeah. Before it caught up with me, became cynical.
Yeah. Exactly, Sharon. It's strictly a numbers game. You need more bullets and the ability to get the bullets into the bugs quicker than there are bugs.
A lot of the reviews that came out of this film at the time didn't notice the parodical nature either. Like, they seem to think it was promoting a lot of the stuff that happens in the film. And I don't understand how. I don't get how.
I think the beauty of this film, the beauty of this film is, though, and maybe I sound like a snob saying this, it's great for those people who just want to go, yeah, it's an awesome film, and they're shooting all these bugs, and there's guts everywhere, and there's blood. Yeah, those people who don't want to read into the political satire and intelligence of the story.
Yeah, definitely. It's like a litmus test.
Yeah,
it shows.
James Helly is exactly right. Contemporary reviews miss the satire, as with RoboCop. Yeah, this is a very good movie. Oh yeah, Patrick, you could have broken your hip jumping out the ship like that. Don't do that again.
See, this whole scene is awesome because of the spectacle.
Yeah.
And it freaking sucks because it takes away two of my favorite characters.
Oh, it does, but it's awesome as well. Look at this.
Yeah, it is.
Can't help but feel it would have been cool though if Radchek had pulled his mechanical hand off. No, pulled his mechanical hand off and given it to Rico. Take this.
You know what to do.
Yeah.
You're the commander now.
Yeah. No, Patrick is not my hero, James. Oh, Diz, don't try and do it. Here, eat this.
It works. That quarterback in
Yeah.
her. Don't turn around!
Celebrating.
No!
Celebrating too soon. But it's nice in that scene, though, if you notice the two troopers who are immediately racing forward are her friends to save her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The character work in this film is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think it's something that doesn't get brought up enough.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not complex characters by any means necessary. They're used to deliver messages more often than have any development. I mean, honestly, Rico doesn't have development. He's kind of a straight line.
Yeah. Yeah, but is
But
that for a reason?
yeah, exactly. It's well constructed as well because you can screw up character writing, and at no point do the characters do things that don't seem plausible to the character. There's so
This is
many
a
instances.
yeah.
Go on.
This is the thing as well, though. We're seeing now that Xander's actually the most senior officer
Yeah,
there.
he is. Flubber, Anastasia, the Jackal, Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot
Look
of
at that. Look how
times
overrun they are.
staying is death.
Yeah.
But yeah, characters being very inconsistent is a personal gripe of mine, and so I do appreciate this film doesn't have that.
I like this.
Like at
James
no
Kelly
point would I
says
be like,
Rico doesn't need development. He has chiseled good looks instead.
exactly. Like even Dizzy here in dying,
Yeah.
it's still look. I joined for a guy, and I got to have the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Ms. Swift says, well, Xander is a 20-year veteran, even though he was in high school at the time. Yeah, it's good that she died, Sharon, showing the reality of war. I don't believe they resurrect Diz directly in one of the later flicks, hell if I know, but there are characters very much like Diz.
Oh God, there are. Ugh.
Yeah, not that they've resurrected her, but, you know. Also, if you notice, the Air Force, whatever they're called, look at their armor and everything, and helmets and equipment. It's all pristine.
Yeah.
It shows that they don't ever. No, Rico didn't ever say he loved her, Lizardman, as to my knowledge. If you look, all their equipment, everything's absolutely pristine. But also, her scar is very faint on her face now. Her cut. If you look.
They have space age like technology that fixes stuff.
No, it's nice though. What I'm saying is, it's quite nice that that the continuity. It's not just magically healed.
Yeah, it's not like one of those scenes like in an Indiana Jones film that get punched and the next moment it's not bloody or swollen or anything.
Exactly.
There's physical ramifications to what happens.
And also,
even if it is a cool battle scar.
But we're seeing this is quite important. There is a bit of development in Rico, to be fair, because we're seeing that Dizzy's death has made him grow up because he's reunited with Carmen.
Yeah.
But he's saying, but she's trying to talk to him and he's going, I have a lot of injured troopers.
My guys do the dying, you guys do the flying.
Because he's the most senior member of the squad still. He's only a corporal. Was he a corporal or? Yeah, corporal.
I think so.
Yeah, he was a corporal at the time. Exactly, James. The fleet's in close formation. Again, lessons have not been learned.
God, but here is just parroting
Yeah.
words of other people.
Yeah. Oh, James Halley's saying, I wonder if any test screens would have wanted Carmen dead. Yeah. Do you know what? I think if Carmen... It's a bit weird, actually, because I think if Carmen had died earlier in the film, I don't think people would have cared that much. You don't build much.
Likewise.
You don't build much affection for Carmen. You don't see her very much in the film, to be honest.
Well, that's one of the readings of this film that you could go away with. Like the three kids that leave and say, "Let's say that we'll always be together," and they
Yeah.
are at the end. Spoiler alert, guys.
I
Uh,
I love the
yeah.
fact that Carl's in a Gestapo outfit,
Yes.
basically.
Yes, he is Gestapo. But of the three of them, Rico, the person you're with the most, is the least evil? Like, I mean, Carmen doesn't
Yeah.
really get the title of evil. Gestapo Carl is definitely.
Oh, Carl is.
Even the
I would say
angle.
character development, Carl has some of the most.
He does. He's grown in height as well. I swear that he
Yeah.
wasn't this tall earlier. Well, it's the boots, isn't it?
The high-heeled boots.
But the camera now is. Earlier, it was looking down on him, and now it's more looking up, like he's more intimidating.
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed that before.
Yeah, exactly. Ultimus, Paul Verhoeven would have grown up in Nazi-occupied Netherlands and around people who dressed like Carl. Yes.
He just parrots other people's stuff.
He
Oh,
does.
he's the perfect soldier boy. I love this movie. I love it.
Oh, it's great.
He's not a perfect soldier because he's different. He's a perfect soldier because he does exactly as he's told.
Exactly. Until he goes off mission.
Yeah.
I love the fact as well, we've seen the age gap of the recruits seem to be much
Yeah,
older people
like
there.
some of them like
And
14.
people who look to be about 12, 13, yeah.
Yeah.
And that appears to be a very young clone of Carl McLaughlin they've got from somewhere.
What's your name, soldier? Special Agent Dale Cooper, sir.
Yeah. It does look like basically a young Kyle McLaughlin they've got from somewhere.
What's your name, sir? Muad'Dib.
Yeah. And listen to how, but listen to that though. That was a really nice little bit. If you listen to to them talking, they're not talking. There's not much baritone in the group shouting. Yeah.
Ah, the pretty fireworks.
Yeah, Miss Swift, tell me of our homeworld world, Usul. He's right. He's going to tame a worm and ride it across the desert to beat the.
Exactly.
I'd watch
the brain bug at the end.
I would watch Starship Troopers where that happens.
The spice must flow.
That's right. Again, though, James is very, very right here. They've learned nothing about keeping all the ships in orbit really close together. I mean, surely move the ships back like significantly more because they're not dropping. I don't even understand why the fleet's there because the fleet had already let all the ships go down.
Exactly. What's the point of them being there? Useless buggers to just sit there and die.
Yeah, we've dropped all the trooper ships now. Let's just orbit this planet for no reason. I haven't heard anything yet, Brian, on Dune Part 2 being delayed. I'm not sure if basically as if all the work for the actors has been done and there's no ADR to be done, then it shouldn't be delayed. But it just depends on what the delay, if the actors' work is complete at the moment.
Mm.
For example, the original Dune would have been significantly delayed by the actors' strike due to all the voiceover dubs.
Oh, yeah. Oof, that actor probably got scorched a little by those sparks.
Possibly.
Oof. Ooh.
Miss Swift says, in tabletop RPG, we call this magic missile bait.
Pretty much. Just cast shield, it's fine. Always save a spell slot for shield.
She's dead, Carmen, she's dead. Miss Swift, medic. I actually really like this sequence where they get in the escape pod. And there's something in this I'll comment on in a minute that I like as well. Oh, welcome, Doug P. I didn't see you, my friend. So, as the ship's coming apart, I like when you see not all the escape pods make it, but also the eject kind of... It's almost like a theme park ride, the way it goes. It's literally out into nothingness.
Great explosions.
Yeah. Safety first, put your helmets on.
Yeah, I can't unsee the amount of stuff that Halo stole from this. It's
Yeah.
visually, they was like, yeah, copy paste.
So this sequence reminds me a bit of Battlestar Galactica with the Vipers launching.
Yeah.
Okay, what I like, the escape pods in this, because it's this is a warship, isn't it? It's a battleship they've come from, a troop dropship, whatever. It clearly, it's possible that the ship could go into a hostile environment. And in the ship, it contains radio equipment, food supplies, and weaponry. Take note, Alien 3. That's my problem with Alien 3, the fact that the dropship does not contain weapons.
I have a love-hate relationship with Alien 3.
The film would have been very short.
Yes.
Oh, there's an alien. Killed. Okay.
Dead.
Yeah. But I do like the practicality of that in this, that the escape vehicles actually are worthwhile.
Like, we've been both just heaping praise on this, but it's realistic. It's someone took the time and effort to say, you know, if I was in a dropship on an alien planet that was hostile, I'd like to have a gun.
Yeah.
Or a knife.
Yep.
Again, it's another scene where I'm like, ooh, this scene.
Yeah.
Knife.
The fact the guns are even preloaded. They just need cocking.
Yep.
Exactly, Gary. And the escape pods in Alien 3 don't have parachutes. I don't know. Sharon's saying the movie seems to be action from start to finish, but in reality, the action didn't start until halfway. But the pacing makes up for the slow start. I think it's a great paced movie. It just gets faster and faster as it goes along.
It ramps up, yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, like, again, starting in media res does help a lot with that. So it doesn't start you off like at a baseline down here. Your expectation is war film, and it creeps up into war film, going through the end of high school, the boot camp. It doesn't take long to get to war.
No. But Ms. Swift says, Xander's about to get his punishment for that bad haircut. Just take a little off the top. Yeah, but that's a good thing. It took enough time to make you care about the characters. Even with Ace, we don't know much about Ace apart from he's a bit of a goofball, but he's very loyal to Johnny.
Yeah.
You know, he's a bit goofy, but he's not cowardly, and he's loyal.
As a kid in the playground, I'd always make my best mate be Ace. Like, if a kid can come away with a lot of characterization that the film employs, it's good characterization. No matter how simple the character is, it needs to be written consistently and well enough that you can get something across. And there's okay, I do want to know what these little bugs do. Are they just the segues of the bug universe? Because they just need to lift Brainbug and take him around.
Sharon's saying, and now we get to see how smart the bugs are, not just killing machines, yeah.
Yeah, they take prisoners.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. He's got that big torch on top of his gun, and it's not even
And
turned
he's
on.
not using it.
It's too bright. It's too bright. I don't know, maybe it's an infrared torch or something. I don't know.
Everyone but him is using a torch.
Yeah. You get the feeling as well, though, this tunnel they're in is actually dug by a bug.
Yeah. The rivets, the like
Ribs on the
bits on the
wall.
walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Chaosphere says there's a scope on his gun.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a scope that just looks like a torch.
Well, Mortimer is saying, I wonder if those bugs, those little bugs are slave bugs. I don't think they're slave bugs like that. I think it's just if you think about it, if it's an insect hierarchy, like even an ant nest, different types of insects, even in an ant nest, have their own roles that they perform. So you have workers, drones, etc. And their purpose is to maybe be like the muscle.
Mm.
And they're
Caspir is saying
and
that
those are the warrior
used,
bugs.
Yeah. Yeah, Radchik used that gun to snipe the dude earlier. That's what I thought. I just didn't want to say because it ruined my joke about why does he have a flashlight? Insect politics.
Yeah. Oh. Immortal says, it's the future. Why don't they have infrared visors on their helmets to see in the dark? Maybe it's not that futuristic,
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe the technology doesn't exist, I don't know.
Brain bug looks so gross.
I just want to check something on a longer shot now, because I think I've just noticed something I've not noticed before. Oh.
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh. To be honest, he deserves that. Anyone who spits in the face of someone is disgusting.
God, it's the straw. If only it was like a silly straw and it went round and
yeah, like a curly one.
Yeah.
You see, this is why we. Yes, it did. Right. So something I never noticed before. Xander's gun was almost under the brain bug. One of the little worker bugs pulled the gun aside. Yeah, moved the gun out of the way. Because you can see Xander's gun is now to the side.
Oh God, its legs. Its little horrible legs.
Yeah. Fraggle saying, aren't those straws illegal now due to pollution? Well, we get straws made from agave now. We buy.
Yeah.
I hate cardboard straws, and I understand something about plastic straws. And equally, everybody, here's a safety announcement from your friends here. Do not go walking around drinking with metal straws. There has actually been a couple of instances, including one woman who bought a Starbucks and put her own metal straw in it and slipped while walking. And it was much like this film. She killed herself by puncturing her brain.
Oof.
There's been a few instances of metal straws basically being super duper dangerous if you're walking around with them, so don't. Yeah, cardboard straws are the worst, Fraggle, but like I say, you can go on Amazon and get corn or agave ones, and they're pretty good. Oh, Gary, no. That would be the last straw. And Carmen's there just shooting for no reason at all now. She's like, Carmen, ow. Ooh. Mad Matt used licorice ropes for straws. Now, if you
There
were
you go.
British, no, Dom will remember this. If you were British, we used to have a candy bar here called Spira.
I'm diabetic.
Oh, you
I
maybe
don't
didn't have
remember
them.
that.
It's a chocolate, like a chocolate finger, and you could bite the ends off, and it was hollow inside.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, have
And you could,
edible straws.
and people used to suck drinks through them.
Does it give it a chocolatey tang?
Yeah, people used to drink coffee through them.
Nice. Tim Tams.
Cadbury Spira. That's right, James. Outrun the nuke.
Yeah, just outrun the nuke. Easy peasy. I do love that when they've emerged, everything's just fine. We won!
We won this battle. Acting like they won the war. But I also love the fact that we have no idea how Zim actually did what he did.
Nope. But
and
he did.
It's almost played for laughs, like it's a great comedy thing.
Yeah.
In a way, like well, and that's a story for another day.
Military propaganda story for another time.
Yep.
But again, I think this is talking about like war films when the main character's battle is over and everything's just dandy. Like, we did it! We won!
Yeah, they probably Motorists, yes, they probably got Hugo Boss to design them, as in the war. Oh dear. They're all cheering, shooting the guns.
It's afraid, and we're happy that we're striking fear into the heart of these things.
Have you noticed none of them seem to be particularly bothered about the death of their close friends outside of their circle?
Well, when you have psychics in like military intelligence, they're probably just like hand waving, Jedi mind waving everyone's misery.
Yeah, that's true.
It was a drill instructor named Zim. Admittedly, I think if I was Ace, I'd be like, "Hey Zim, put your hand against the wall." That's an order.
I like the fact that Zim had to salute Rico when Rico showed him respect.
Oh yeah, this probe thing.
Oh, it's awful. He goes censored.
I know. I love that that's the bit they censor, like, out of all of the stuff in this film. It's such a clever "where are they now" moment as well. We need soldiers, like, and it implies that this film is in universe a propaganda film. It's great.
Oh, definitely. And the fact, if you look, Ace hasn't had any kind of a promotion.
No, he's just still private.
It's still a private.
They'll keep fighting, and they'll win.
Wow. Okay, everybody, that was Starship Troopers. I have loved that. I apologise for the problem we had with the stream. It appears to have settled down, so that's good. It's coming to the end of it. Everybody, I'll take your comments on that film, and I'll speak to Dom now and ask Dom's comments on the film. Dom.
I love that movie. I have loved it since I was a kid. I have interpreted the film differently each time I've watched it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I learn something new each and every time. It's such a well constructed piece of cinema. And it still, to this day, I don't think it gets the respect it deserves. It
No.
is a masterpiece. I love
Oh,
it so
definitely.
much.
Definitely. Definitely.
Holds
So
up
looking at some of the
really well.
comments over from YouTube, we have Immortal Room is saying, did you guys know that this was not the original adaptation of Starship Troopers? A 1980s anime OVA was made first. That'd be worth checking out if anyone wants to look for it.
Oh, I definitely want to check that
Would you
out.
like to know more?
I would.
Gary saying Sarah Brightman should have had a cameo. Understand that from the song "Lost My Heart to a Starship Trooper." But going through the Discord comments, we've got great movie, love it, love it, love it, never gets old from Sharon. Phonic, great stuff all around. Fraggle, a prequel would be great here. Phonic, massive cast, tons of gore, and a message to boot. Sharon also says it has lots of layers to study and dissect. Calbot, Verhoeven is his most Verhoevenist. Kelsphere one, definitely one of my favourite films, the action, the satire. Mad Matt says we need to know more. Lizardman says brilliant political satire in the form of an adaptation of a work that is completely at odds with the director. It is the one kind of film that in that regard, I love it. Despite that, it does such a masterful job of it. Mr. Furzel, great sci-fi and great satire, which makes you just think just like RoboCop. Embry, if you're a huge fan of the books, I get why people don't like it, but if you don't know the books, it's a very fun movie. Jedi Wizard, great movie, love the visuals and the political satire. Fraggled, I really like it. It's so different and a well-made story. The visuals are top-notch and all of the cast is great. And then Ms. Swift says, remember, never, who would you like to know more? James Haley says, it's not my favourite Verhoeven, but it's a great film. Immortal Room is, I wish Paul Verhoeven would return to mature sci-fi films. And Ms. Swift says, it's a very fun time. So, that was a great film and a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed watching this with all of you tonight. We will be back in 7 days' time with another of our Summer of Popcorn movies. And yeah, it doesn't fit into one of our categories, but I don't care. We are going to have one of the best popcorn, fun summer movies from many of our childhoods. We are going to Astoria, Oregon. Oregon. Going to Oregon, and we are going to be meeting our friends such as Mouth and Chunk. We are going to be spending next Sunday night with the Goonies, and I can't wait for that.
Never say die.
Never say die. So everybody, please, for the next 7 days, as always, be kind, look after each other, and remember, would you like to know more? Bye-bye.
Bye.